Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits as it should. Because another day above the dirt is always a blessing. Happiest of holidays to every single last one of y'all. Hopefully you guys have had a wonderful one. I mean, we ain't done yet. Because I know a lot of us are like, oh my gosh. There's been so many family events. There's been so many things going on. When is it over? You know it's not over yet. All right. It ain't over until the ball drops. You know that. It ain't over until the ball drops. But happiest of Christmases to every single last one of y'all. For those of y'all who are celebrating that holiday, happy holidays to every single last one of y'all. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah, etc., etc., etc. Hopefully, it's been everything. Okay, and for those of y'all who celebrated Christmas yesterday, most importantly, aside from I hope you got what you wanted, I hope you got what you wanted. In fact, let me say that again. I hope you got what you needed. That's a little bit more important than what you wanted. Just something to think about, y'all. Just something. Bars. Think about that. Hopefully you got what you needed, not what you wanted. Anyway, before we get into everything, please do me a favor. All right? Hit that like button down below. Crush it, please, and thank you. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right? Don't forget to do this as well if you're watching on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget, Rumble as well. Don't forget to crush that follow button over there. Subscribe here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Go check that out. Subscribe over there as well, because there's a lot of things I'm covering over there that I'm not covering over here, and vice versa. So make sure you subscribe to both channels. Please and thank you. Check out that join button down below. Become a member. Check out my Patreon. Check out my locals as well. And of course, let's not forget, check out pascalmerch.com. We got some really great stuff. And I know you just got done with all the crazy shopping and all that, but there's still Valentine's Day. Yep, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It ain't over yet. And I'm sure you got birthdays coming up as well. So check that out. PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there. Okay. Whoo! Okay, guys, I missed y'all. What did I miss? What did I miss, y'all? What did I miss? Anything go on? Anything go on? A lot of things went on, okay? A lot of really terrible things. There was a mass tragedy that happened last night at a Phoenix International Airport, where, if I'm correct, 3 people were actually hit with bullets, and 2 others, I think, were actually hit with, like, stabbed. I don't know. I just saw it really, really quick this morning as I was getting my life back together after taking, a day or 2 off. And actually, it wasn't even a day or 2 off. It was really like a day off, because I was still putting out videos, still uploading videos. Yes, they weren't news-worthy stuff, but of course, I was just putting out clips from the holiday show that we did. Okay, but there has been some crazy stuff that's been going down. Speaking of going down, a plane went down. I don't know exactly where it was, but a plane was actually shot down. Like 38 people lost their lives on this airline flight, which the footage is being shown all over the place. It's been absolutely crazy. But like I said, even when we are looking at the holly jolly of these holidays, there's always something crazy going on, and something tragic and something messed up always going on. Okay. And then yes, the drones situation, like, yeah, fire sword. I'm kind I kind of hit a wall with that BS too. Like, it's like, okay, they're out there, they exist. I think it's just a bunch of jerk offs flying around. Okay, flying these drones around. Let's be real. But yes, Pierrette, there was a airline flight. 38 people lost their lives on this, basically a commercial airline. And there's footage out there. I'm not showing it because it's too terrible. It's too horrendous. And for anyone who doesn't like flying like myself, it is not the best video to see. I'll just be completely real. But they're saying that it was shot down. And there are videos of there's a video of one of the passengers making a video, sending it to his loved ones right before the plane went down. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay. And this all happened like within the last 24 hours, y'all. That's one hell of a Christmas. And of course, Phoenix Airport, a man was detained, if I'm correct. 3 people were hit with bullets. And of course, there was 2, if I'm correct, that were actually attacked with a knife. Like I said, it's been bad stuff. Okay. And yeah, again, when I read it this morning, there was pieces of information that were out. Like, of course, this is still a developing story. This is still a developing situation. In fact, let me see if I can find it really quick, because I still can't believe that this even happened. Before we get into what we're here for, what we're here to talk about in the first doggone place. Okay, let's keep it a bean. But let me see if I can find it. I gotta find it now, because of course I'm just talking about. Let's see. Okay, so it says here. Well, no. Let's see a little bit later, a little bit earlier in the day, because of course, like I said, there's. Let's see what the Guardian says. Yeah, so okay, let me show you. Let me take this down. Let me show you what I mean. This is what they're saying. Now, of course, they're saying that it's Russia's doing. People are assuming it's Russia. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that I opened up my phone and that's the first thing I saw. Okay. The first thing I saw was people, this horrific situation, a plane being hit and crashing. Okay. And this is not good at all. All right. So in fact, this is, of course, I'm trying to get one that's a little bit more of a broad stroke of this particular story, rather than give you guys, because obviously speculations are going crazy right now. People are thinking that it's Russia. Some people think it's some people think it's somebody else. So just give me a second, because I'm trying to find a little bit earlier of a article without it being like, and that's the tough part. That's the tough doggone part, right? Hold on one second. Let's see what this is. This is, I mean, it's insane. I really can't believe this. Let's look at this. Let's take a look at this one here. Okay, so of course they're still asking if Russia has any involvement in this situation. I don't know about all that. Okay, all I know is that something happened, and they believe, because they say footage shows suspicious holes in fuselage after this. So I guess they say strong GPS jamming that made aircraft disappear from radar. What the hell's going on, right? It does make you wonder what the heck's going on here. So let's take a look at this. And I don't know why that is being, come on. But let's take a look at this, okay? So says, yeah. And of course, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes here in just a second. But this is some important stuff that's going on in the world as well. And we talk about a lot of things that are going on in the world as well, other than just Diddy, Jay-Z. And now we're going to be talking about JLO a little bit. And no, let me just say this really quick. And I'm going to say it again before we even start again. I'm not throwing JLo's name in anything. This is what is being said in the news and information that's being put out here right now. No, I do not think that she is the celebrity B in the Jay-Z Diddy lawsuit with the little that just came out with her inconsistencies in her storyline and all that stuff. No, let me make that abundantly clear before we get started, because I know some people have been getting some heat for no reason, by the way, but they've been getting a lot of heat. And I ain't, no, don't at me, because I'm just reading things that are being said in articles and things that are being brought up in conversation. Let me just make that abundantly clear. But let's look at this really, really quick, okay? Footage of the Azerbaijan. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably mutilating that. Airlines plane crashed and unalive 38 people. Shows suspicious holes in the fuselage, leading to rumors that the aircraft was actually hit by Russians. So the flight from the capital, Azerbaijan, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Capital, Baku, to the Russian city of Grozny, crashed with 67 people and 5 crew members on board. Okay. Now, this was in Kazakhstan. So, of course, this is a miracle that it didn't take everybody out. Okay. Which is huge, in my personal opinion. And those people should be thanking their lucky stars that they are alive to fight another day. Okay. Azerbaijan. Okay. I'm warning, I'm going to mutilate the hell out of this. Okay. Just so you know. So according to the plane's course on flight radar 24, it was flying over the Republic of Dagestan along the Caspian Sea coast, after which it disappeared from tracking, suggesting it was exposed to air defense systems in Russia. So it completely disappeared from tracking. And now the speculation is it was exposed to air defense systems in Russia. What the hell's going on here, right? So it then showed up around an hour later off course and flying low above the water near western Kazakhstan before crashing. Ahead of the crash, the crew had reported a strong impact on the hull. Ahead of the crash, the crew reported a strong impact on the hull. They assumed the aircraft had been hit by a flock of birds, but later it was reported that it was the explosion of an oxygen tank to supply the cockpit in the event of depressurization. So they're saying it was, they're saying it was an oxygen tank that went boom, boom in the plane. Interesting, right? The supposed sudden depressurization of the cylinder caused significant damage to the hull and its scattering into fragments. But new footage showing gaping holes in the side of the wreckage has raised questions whether birds or an exploded oxygen tank could have drowned or downed the plane. And I'm sure we're going to see a photo of this, but I'm not going to show you guys the actual crash. Okay. It's not great. So I'm reading here. Okay. There have been suggestions that Russian air defenses might have caused the crash, but as this does not seem like birds. So skipping over, as you can see, look at that. Look at that stuff. Now, you tell me, does that look like an explosion? Does that look like the remnants of an actual explosion? Or no? That don't look like an explosion to me. Come on, y'all. Like, look at that. Really, look at it. Take a look. I'm not sitting here saying let's wear our tinfoil hat. I'm wearing a Santa's hat right now. Okay, dag nabbit. But I am saying, doesn't that look a little bit like, doesn't that look like a little bit like somebody, went just a little bit kind of sort of maybe? It just looks a little bit weird to me. So you're telling me an oxygen tank blew up in the plane. They suddenly, the footage is crazy, y'all. The footage of this plane is absolutely crazy because the plane goes. Let me just make myself a little bit bigger. You guys can see the holes. I can see that from space, y'all. So you telling me that this was not somebody flying by and going, or even from the ground? I don't know. But you mean to tell me that isn't? It looks a little weird to me. But this plane, in the footage, it's high up and then it goes deep. It starts to dive. It just dives down, right? And then it swoops back up again. And then it dives down like one big ass roller coaster ride and then just crashes into the ground, into a fiery mess, right? 38 people lost their lives. There were 67 people on there, including crew. Thank God some of those people survived, but on some real stuff, what the hell is that? Because to me, that doesn't look like an oxygen tank just happens to go pow out of nowhere. Let me just say that. That doesn't make any sense to me, guys. It doesn't. And then it also makes you wonder, for something to have that kind of problem, for it to just go, for an oxygen tank like that to just go boom, and that suddenly is the issue on why the whole thing goes crashing down, that doesn't make any sense to me at all either. So then that much, see what I'm saying? Like, and we've been talking about planes in general and how they need to be more on point about things and how, I mean, shoot, just the day before Christmas Eve, all American airline planes were grounded for several hours, right? Around the country. It wasn't just one plane that was just grounded. They were all grounded for a whole, like for several hours, which, come on. That's weird. And again, you'd think that if an oxygen tank can really just go boom and take a whole plane down like that, you'd think that they would rethink the engineering of said oxygen tank or find another place to maybe install it so it doesn't take a whole doggone plane down, causing losing the lives of multiple people. You see what I'm saying? But once again, I'm going to show you guys again. Make that make sense. Look at that. Look at that. That don't look like an explosion from inside the plane. That looks like an attack from outside the plane. Then they also said that they felt something. They felt something, some type of impact on the hull. Where does that say? Where did it say that? Dag nabbit. Where did it go? Okay, see, they reported a strong impact on the hull. So again, and of course, the Russia's sitting here going like, hey, don't you dare look in this direction. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Man, you better spend your time looking at some other country, because it wasn't us. Don't you dare look in this direction. Avert your eyes that way, not us, which is interesting. Pretty interesting, though, right? Okay. Now, we got to talk about this really quick before we go into this legal stuff, or before we go and talk about the legal stuff that's been going on. Okay. Let's be real. This happened last night. This was on Netflix. This was a very, very big deal for a lot of people, because I know the Beehive, okay, were very excited about this, and I can see why people are feeling some type of way about this. Okay, this people are feeling some type of way about this. Beyonce's performance in this Christmas halftime show that she did. Now it's all by itself. They took that live piece and they put it on Netflix. So it's out there. You can watch it in, the 14 to 15 minute long halftime show that she did in all of its white glory. And I say white for a reason. And it's not a race thing. I swear to God. I swear to God. It's what she's wearing. It's what everybody's wearing that I think everybody is feeling some type of way about. Everyone's wearing white. Everyone. And some people are looking at it and going, wait a second. Sup with that. Now, let me say this really quick. Yeah, white party, see fire sword. You guys see what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. So let me just say this. She could have picked any other color, y'all. She could have picked any other color, but she decided to take white. Now, here's the thing. Let me just keep it. Let me keep it real, because there's a couple options. There's a couple situations here that we can put into consideration here. All right. First off, make sure you get your collagen peptides. But I'm just trying to get a photo of her real quick. Okay. And then some people were reacting to her doing the pew pew finger guns at the halftime show. Everybody's like, oh, you can't even, you're not allowed to do that. Even players aren't allowed to use that kind of gesture. How dare she use that gesture? Okay. It is what it is. Okay. She's a performer. She did her thing. Now there's obviously sitting on this fence, and I'm looking at both sides of the arguments of everybody. Okay. Everybody's feeling some type of way. Everybody's, either loving what she did, or they're going, oh, side-eyeing what she did. And I get it to a certain extent. Let me just say this. First and foremost, I will say this one more time. She had multiple other colors. She could have worn puce. She could have worn what's it, Fagenta, whatever the hell the name is. Okay. She could have worn pink. She could have worn any other color, but she wore white. Especially with right now, with everything with Diddy, and then now, Jay-Z's getting hit with all these types of allegations as well. You had so many colors in the spectrum of the rainbow. Okay? So many purple. Yes, orange, black. You could have worn so many other colors, but you decided to wear that color. I can see how some people would feel some type of way about that. I can see oh, damn. Right now? What? Right now? I meant magenta. I said Fagenta. Yeah, I did say, I was like, what's the word? Magenta. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much. See, this is why you guys are all so doggone smart. Okay, thank you. I'm getting the cobwebs out my brain. Okay, I still got a holiday, brain going on. All right, but she could have used magenta, not Fagenta. I just made up a new one. Okay, it's just Fagenta. All right, but she had the choice to wear any other colors under the sun, and she wore white. So I can see why some people are feeling some type of way. But then I hop on the other side, and it's like, why should that stop her from being able to wear white? Just because there's some sort of speculation and allegations right now, and definitely there's a lot of allegations and speculations that are floating around right now. But why is that supposed to stop her from being able to express herself artistically? Also, isn't the white keeping on brand with everything that she's been doing, all the stuff that she's been doing? Cowboy Carter, or I guess she took out Carter. Maybe it's this cowboy Beyonce. I don't know. Okay. Cowboy boot, Beyonce. I don't know what she goes by now. But at the same time, isn't this on brand with what she has been doing? She has been wearing all white in a lot of her stuff. So in a way, it's like, if she was to change that, then she would be taking a nod at the allegations. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like no, we're going to do what we do. No, I'm not changing it. I ain't stopping nothing because we didn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? Running around wearing magenta. The hell's magenta? I'm going to wear what I want. That's possible. But also at the same time, she could have been like, maybe we should change it out. Maybe we should wear magenta. Maybe that's what we should do. And maybe her team was like, oh, no. Do you realize how long it's going to take to get everyone retailored in brand new stuff in magenta now? So again, it does make you wonder, would it work? And I think no matter what, I'm just being with all due respect, all right, to everybody, to you guys, because y'all are smart. Y'all are critical thinkers, independent critical thinkers. I think no matter what she did, she would have been thrown under the microscope and criticized for every single little thing that she did. Even if she was wearing every color under the rainbow. Real talk. I think she would have been just, going in. I think they would have been just going in on all of it. All right. And magenta's a joke, guys. Magenta. It's magenta, but still, it does make you wonder. I think she would have been screwed no matter what. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. She could have changed it to black. Then everybody would have been like, oh, it's like one of Diddy's black parties. Oh my gosh. What in tarnation? That's what would have happened. She wore pink. It would have been something else. What does she mean by that? Or they would have been like, hey, now, because she's wearing, see how she's wearing pink now? Mm-hmm. See how she's wearing that magenta? Mm-hmm. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's trying to avoid all that speculation on them white parties and the black parties. Mm-hmm. I see what she's doing right there. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, damned if you do, damned if she don't. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, then she gonna do her. Oh, she does the pew-pew. So then suddenly everyone thinks, oh my Lord, she's murderous. She just did the finger guns. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think no matter what she would have done, it would have been criticized. It would have been speculated, or it would have been analyzed, every little nuanced thing. If she winks at the camera, suddenly all of a sudden everyone's thinking, oh no, she winked with her right eye. Don't you know that's the Illuminati? Don't you see it? You know what I mean? It's like, it's ridiculous. Even now, I just did that and everyone's going to be like, oh no, are you with the Illuminati? No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Okay, but still, I think that's something we need to think about. And I get it. Our minds are very much entertained with everything that's going on in the world, especially with this situation, with the diddler, with the vortex that he sucked all of us into, the rumors, the speculations, the people that are stepping forward saying that, the accusers, the victims, etc. It's been absolutely insane. And I'm not downgrading or diminishing those allegations, but a performance is a performance. That's just how I see it. I don't see this as her giving praise to these white parties. Now, I will say this though too. Is this a little bit, she didn't really read the room before everything? Kinda. There's an opportunity she could have rebranded, but maybe it was all done. Costumes, outfits, etc., done months in advance. You got to remember, this was a deal that was made months in advance. So it does make you wonder, It does make you wonder. That's all. Okay. She did her thing. People are people say she ate that. People say she just killed it. Some people say, hey, it wasn't that good. And some people are very much feeling some type of way about the what. Okay. So what say you? I get it. It's not the best choice. Just given the situation, okay? Just given the situation that Jay-Z and herself, she's kind of getting dragged into it slightly. Give it time, there might be even more. You never know. But she's getting kind of dragged into it very, very slightly. Nothing's been said in any documents or any type of lawsuits or anything of that sort. So I want to make that a completely clear. But she is kind of guilty by association, unfortunately, right now, because of what Jay-Z is dealing with and the allegations that he's fighting. She is kind of, unfortunately, getting caught in the wave of the stuff that Jay-Z is being accused of doing as well. So again, it's like, okay, yes, the white is on brand. It's very much on brand. Look at all the stuff she's been doing as Cowboy Carter. As you know, when she put out that country album and all that stuff. Think about all that. All of it's white. All of it. So it does make you wonder, do you change the brand? Do you do suddenly a drastic branding change for the sake of not giving off a certain vibe? Or do you keep moving on? I think that's a personal choice. That's an artistic choice. Each individual artist will have to make themselves. But, like I said, I think that if she changed the color at the last minute, maybe weeks ahead of time, because she knew the issue was going to go down and, everything connected to this color white makes people feel some type of way. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody would have been reading into that and saying, see, you did that. You changed it because oh, you're trying to hide something. She's trying to hide something, everybody. She knows what's going on. She knows the truth. Don't you see? Don't you see? Don't you see? She's wearing magenta now. She used to wear white. Now she's wearing magenta. What the hell does that mean? That means something. So she gonna keep with it, I think, and say F it. And keep doing what she do. Keep making the millions of dollars that she's making. So we'll see what happens, how everybody responds to it. But like I said, I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. And Fernando, yes, it was Christmas. So I can see a lot of people going, well, it's the day that our Lord, was born. What? Do you see what I'm saying? So something to think about. Because I know a lot of people are like, it's demonic. Where's the proof of the demonicism? Where is it? Where is it? Could she have worn another color? Yeah, she could have. She most definitely could have. But I think that it would have turned into another thing if she changed brand. The Cowboy Carter brand, that color. She changed it. Everyone been like, she's listening to the people. She's listening to the people. It's not good. She's trying to hide something. And so on and so forth. But anyway, guys, we got to get into the main topic here, okay? The main topics, because there's two different situations. Now, first off, JLO allegedly is getting dragged into a lawsuit. Yes, she's being allegedly getting dragged into a court battle as a witness. Now, we have talked about this particular individual before in the past, all right? Derek Lee Cardello Smith, if you don't remember. He was one of the first people to get a settlement, or to get, not a settlement, but to get a lawsuit to sway in his favor over $100 million. This is the crazy part. Over $100 million before. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but it was right in the very beginning of all this stuff. Diddy obviously was locked up at this time. We talked about it. He lost this lawsuit for $100 million. The reason why Diddy lost it, is because he didn't show up, or his lawyers didn't show up to the court date. So by default, the judge leaned on on what the prosecution was putting out, right? What the complainant was putting out. They said, okay, $100 million to this man, Derek, I keep forgetting his full name, Derek Lee Cardello Smith. $100 million, right? Then later on, that, of course, got destroyed. It didn't work out. So now he is suing again, but this time he's trying for $400 million, y'all. $400 million. $400 million, guys. Yeah. And this time, he's trying to drag Miss JLO, Miss Jenny from the block, into this court battle, which is also really surprising. Let me just say something. Can I just say, can we talk for a second, guys? Can we talk as a fam? Can we talk? Because here's the thing. You know I love y'all. Even all y'all that are wearing your tinfoil hats, I love it. Looks cute on you. Love it. Beautiful, brilliant, love it. Moving on, though. Here's the thing. We have to put in consideration that there are going to be people, artists, that have been photographed with Diddy or even with Jay-Z that have nothing to do with any of the stuff that mainly Diddy is dealing with. I want to make that abundantly clear. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm like defending JLO. I'm not defending anyone. I'm defending common sense. That's it. It's common sense. There's still a possibility. And I'm defending allegations. I'm defending the word allegations. Because again, you got to remember, there are going to be photos of many people that have rubbed elbows with Diddy, pause, but have hung out with him, pause, but have known him, met him, shook hands with him, and took a photo with him. Maybe they were at these white parties. Man, they could have been doing all types of substances and having a great time. But does that mean that they were at these freak-offs or doing anything of those things, of those sorts? No. I'm even saying the Kutchers and the DiCaprios and all of them. Yes, I know a lot of y'all going to be like, how dare you say that? Because what I have in my mind is Kutcher's the devil, right? And I get that piece. But let's be real here. There's still a possibility that those guys are innocent, that they have nothing to do with this. Oh my God, I'm going to step even further, and it might anger a lot of people, but there's still a possibility that Jay-Z is innocent too. Just saying. So before we start going, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm not defending J-Lo. Not at all. She may not know anything about this stuff. And she may know everything about this stuff. I leave both options on the table because there's nothing solid yet. But now that her name is out there, and it's been out there, I feel she gonna get dragged in this mug real fast. For sure. As soon as we started hearing about Jay-Z's name dropped in. Doesn't mean that it's true. Does it mean that those allegations are false? No, I'm not saying that at all. But the speculation train is out here for sure. And people are saying certain things. Is J-Lo part of that? I don't know. And I'll keep repeating that until her name is actually mentioned as a co-defendant. Because we don't know anything yet. All we have is speculation. That's all we have. We don't have anything solid yet. Nothing. We got to, like I said, we got to think about this logically, y'all. Let's be real. We got to think about this logically and be fair. Think diplomatically. Because yes, we can err on the side of passion. We can think on the side of passion is go, oh yeah, she or he did that. But are we absolutely 110% sure? So when we get these allegations, I think it's imperative that we stand in the middle and look at the facts and let the facts speak for themselves. The evidence come in and speak for itself. Now, let me say this too. This doesn't mean that I don't believe the Jane Doe, the one that, of course, had a severe head injury in the past, and of course is autistic, and her story has holes in it and has inconsistencies. And there's some pretty big inconsistencies. But I'm not sitting here saying that I don't believe her. Not at all. I think, though, it's important to look at all the information and then consume it and come up, and hopefully through investigation and et cetera, we're able to get a fair and thorough trial that either exonerates Diddy and Jay-Z or buries them under the doggone prison even more. But we don't have everything yet. So we have to wait. I still would like to know who female celebrity B is as well. I really want to know. But we have no proof that it's JLO. We have no proof. We have no proof it's Beyonce, just so you guys know. All right? We don't. All we can do is wait for the information to drop. When it does drop, I'm sure we're all going to be clutching our pearls. Real talk, we're all going to be shocked. Whoa, but we have to remember these are allegations. We need, as soon as they have that smoking gun evidence, that might be game over for the people who are alleged of being in the room during crimes that happened. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, that's why I sit on the fence as best as I can. It's tough sometimes because sometimes I'm like, oh, they did that. Oh, they for sure did that. But then there's other times I'm like, well, or I have to catch myself and go, wait a second. We don't have everything yet. But everything will come out. The truth shall come to light for sure. Let's not forget that. But, this situation is very interesting to me because she is getting dragged into this case as a witness. He's going after Diddy for $400 million, y'all. He now angry. He's like, nah, I want more. I want more money. He won the thing by default, literally by default, because Diddy's lawyers didn't even show up to the doggone trial like a dummy. Why wouldn't they show up? They didn't show up. But of course, that whole thing got thrown out. And now he's refiling all over again to try to get $400 million and bringing in JLO into this whole court battle as a witness. Now, before we get into the article, let me get this. Peachy Keen, First Lady R. Carter was doing charity for mental illness and had her pic taken with that serial monster from Chicago. Only proves she is charitable. Now, First Lady R. Carter. Oh, okay. But see what I'm saying? Like you get a photo and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden everyone goes and takes that and they run with it. Suddenly it's, that person is evil too, you see? And that's crazy. And it's like, no, you just meet people, you shake hands, you take a photo, or you make it's a photo op and you take a photo, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, though, and I'm also wondering who, Peachy Keen, who is the serial monster from Chicago? That's what I'd like to know too. Maybe you guys can put that in the chat. okay, doesn't automatically mean that they're out there just doing dirty just because they took a photo with somebody. Now, Jay-Z and Diddy are friends. Let's keep that a complete bean. You can't go this long in life and just do these do these photos, in these photo ops, and you just happen to never be friends. That's insane. Okay? That's insane. So him putting that out and saying, "Oh yeah, we ain't friends. We definitely ain't friends." Him be a lie. That be a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. And of course, that is him Jay-Z trying to backtrack, trying to get away from the situation as best as he can. But that makes it worse for Jay-Z. It makes it worse. Okay. John Wayne Gacy. Thank you. Okay. See what I'm saying? So you take a photo with a person, didn't even know who that person is. You're just taking a photo with them. Suddenly you're in cahoots with him. It's like, or somebody with the tinfoil hat does reverse math in some wild way and goes, "Can't you see the numbers say that?" And it's like, oh my dear God, stop it already. Stop it. It was a photo, one photo taken in a moment where they're going around shaking hands and kissing babies. And suddenly now this person is being associated with this monster just because they had a photo op with the first lady. You see what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So like I said, we just have to err on the side of things. And I see that a lot of people are going to be, there's going to be a lot of names that are going to get thrown in here. Kevin Hart's name's been thrown in here quite a bit. And remember, the high profile individual wasn't even Kevin Hart, but that was the name that was being thrown all over the internet. People going, "See how dirty he is?" And you know what I mean? And what happened? It ended up being Jay-Z, not Kevin Hart. You see what I'm saying? So I just keep saying, like, we gotta sit on the corner, sit on the side, and watch the game play. Watch the game play. See how it plays out before we automatically just go freaking to town. Deborah, thank you so much. What if JLO has given evidence to the grand jury? She could have gotten a deal, so she's being silent. Anything is possible, Deborah. That's a good question. Maybe she was brought in as a witness for the grand jury, and she brought in some stuff. Maybe, but then again, maybe not. Maybe then again, she's just sitting there going like, "I'm not saying anything because I ain't got nothing to say," and I don't know why I'm getting dragged into this group chat because I have nothing to do with it. That could be what she's doing right now. I'm going to focus on work. I'm not even going to answer or even entertain the speculation that's getting these speculations that are just flying out the gate towards me. Nah, I know the truth. And when it's my time to talk, if I have to talk, then I'll talk. And that could very well be what she's thinking in her mind. Okay? We got to talk about something. A name just dropped in here, and we're gonna talk about that here in a second. Hold on 1 second. Rianne, thank you so much for being a member for the past 22 months. I appreciate it. Happy Boxing Day, P and Fam Burgers. Much love to you too, Rianne. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you watching from across the pond, right? Aren't you in GB? Cheerio, spotted tea and crumpets, biscuits, something like that. Pink Society, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Merry late Christmas to you and yours, P. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Same to you, Pink Society, and all y'all. Happy belated Merry Christmas, happy Merry Christmas, and all that stuff. Okay. So real quick, I do. There's a bunch of people in the chat. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Let me just say that really quick. Can we get it? Can we get it to like 8? Let's get it to 800 likes. All right. I missed you guys. It's been a couple days since we've been live. And I will say this too before we get into this article. There's 2 different things I want to say. Number one, I really do appreciate you guys showing up and being a part of the. A lot of you guys showed up and watched the Christmas special, so I want to say thank you guys. for showing up and being a part of it. It was a wonderful turnout. Hell of a turnout from all y'all, and it was amazing. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And there are plans for something new coming in the next couple days. And I can't wait to share those things with y'all because more is coming. More is coming for sure. So it does mean a lot that you guys came through and showed support and love and just spread some holiday cheer. You know what I mean? We're not done. There's still some holiday stuff we're going to be doing throughout the rest of this week. You know, like I said, the holidays ain't over until that ball drops. Okay. Until 2025 is brought in. Okay. So there's more coming. Trust and believe. All right. But again, I really appreciate you guys being a part of it. Linda Lake just said, I enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much on Facebook, Linda. That means the world. Now, number two, let me just say this. Okay. Number two. And thank you guys. I appreciate it for MAGA. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, like I said to you guys during the holiday show, I said, if you're going to do something, if you're going to say you're going to do something this year in 2025, just freaking do it. Okay. I'm even taking my own advice. And so a lot of stuff is coming for this year. And I can't wait. There's a lot. There's a lot. And hopefully the music, the stuff that I'm putting out, the music, etc., will only get better, right? As I do more of it, you get better, you grow, you learn newer things, and like I said, we got some stuff. I got a lot of stuff coming for 2025, and it's gonna be fire. I can't wait. So now, here's number two. Did y'all see the Kim Kardashian Santa baby video? What in the hell was that video? Did anyone else see that video? The Santa baby, Kim Kardashian. If oh my God. If Christmas had an acid flashback, let me say that again. If Christmas had an acid flashback, a demonic acid flashback, that would be the video. Oh my dear God. It was so bad. I just have to say that. I was like, this is so ate up. It was so ate up in my mind. I'm like, whoever thought of this idea either has been living on nothing but on that powdered sugar, if you get what I'm saying, or them trees, smoking nothing but trees all day long. I'm like, whoever came up with this is so ate up in their head. Oh my God. And what was her doing? Why was she crawling around on the ground? She did not break the internet in a good way. I will say that. There's been plenty of other things where you're like, oh, she broke that internet. You know? But this one, nah, bruh. Nah, it was giving WTF. What in the hell was that? That was ate up. I'm sorry. Somebody was completely brain fried. I got a great idea. And what's crazy, she said, yeah, let's do it. I'm down for it. And then even Macaulay Culkin is in that mug. And I'm like, what is going on? Why? Oh, Fernando, go check it out. It's bad. It was bad. I'm sorry. I've seen better. I've seen better Santa babies. Okay. I've seen better content from her too. And it's not like she's, you know what I mean? It's not like she's an entertainer. Okay. But dear God, it's not good. It's not good. Sorry. I know some of you guys are Kim Kardashian fans. Like I said, she has made better content. That video was ate up. Like I said, if Christmas had a demonic acid flashback, that's what you saw on that screen. And then in my mind, I'm like, what are they trying to say something in this video, or is it just straight up cringy debauch? Like, there was no message. In my mind, I'm like, why is like, it felt like it, you know what it felt like? What did it feel like, Pascal? It felt like an old, like they were trying to do some weird throwback to some weird old Madonna music video from like the early 90s or something like that. But it was like Christmas. Does that make sense? But it was not executed properly. Like, it was poorly executed. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else see that analogy or that comparison? Like, it was just like an old, like, it almost like one of, this makes me think of the Madonna music videos that she had back in the day, where she was like always in like all pleather, right? And it was all black and white. The cone bustier and all that stuff, right? But everything was about, like, you know, sex, right? But it was like a ate up Christmas version of that, of just like, why is this happening? Does that make sense? It was just bad. Long story short, it was bad. Okay. Yeah. What was the point of it? Like I said, you know, Lori, what was the point of it? What was she? Hold on. Elizabeth, she said, what video, please? It is Kim Kardashian did a video. It dropped a couple days before Christmas, and it's just her doing her own rendition of Santa Baby, but she's crawling through a house on her hands and knees throughout the entire thing, and each time the camera like pans off to just random it's like chaos. Images of Christmas, but it's like really grimy, okay? And just disturbing. And she's wearing this fake ass wig, and she's crawling around throughout this house. And throughout the house, it's like random scenes that, I guess they're scenes of Christmas, but it didn't make any. And it was like the most disgusting, rundown type of house. It wasn't like this pristine, very clean area. Everything was just, Rianne, it was just gross. And she's crawling through the trash and dirt and all that stuff. And every time she crawled through a scene, it'd be a scene of absolute chaos. And then at the very, very end, she gets to a man who's holding an old school camcorder. And then he takes the camcorder out from his face from hiding his face to reveal that it's actually Macaulay Culkin. And if you don't know who Macaulay Culkin is, he's the kid from Home Alone. So it was him holding the camera. It's just really ate up, y'all. It's very, there's no message, and I don't get what it is. I feel like they just got together. They did a couple lines, if you get what I'm saying. Powdered donuts. And they said, I got this great idea. You're going to do Santa Baby. We're going to, okay. And then after that, yeah, what are we going to put in? Yeah. And then after that, guys screaming at each other and they're half naked. Yeah, we're going to throw that in there too. Yeah, that's Christmas. That's freaking Christmas, man. I love it. I love it, man. Let's do it. And then all this crazy scenes of Christmas were all in one. It just didn't make any sense. It was weird. Like I said, somebody did a couple lines of like, hey, what's happening? What's good? What happens next? Yeah, I love it. Love it. Next. After that, she's going to crawl. You're going to crawl. You're going to crawl through that thing. You have a blonde hair, because, Marilyn Monroe, okay? And a little homage, okay? And I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Then after that, what we're going to do? We're going to do. What we're gonna do next? Okay, and then she's gonna crawl through all this, and there's gonna be like a trio of choir singers, but they're like on fire, and then we're gonna go over here, and there's gonna be like a man, putting on an outfit, but he's gonna be dressed as like a freaking a penguin. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, yeah. And then what happens after that? Oh my god, I love it. Okay, and then you're gonna crawl through, and then now we need Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Yes, we're gonna do that, and then he's gonna be dressed up as Santa. Yeah, I love it. Oh, we're gonna do that right now. Let's go make that song right now. Okay, Cam, let's go. It's literally the whole thing. Didn't even bother to pass a vacuum through the house real quick before they shot this. It's bad. It's bad. Like I said, they were on some stuff, and they said, yeah. My jaw's sore. Love it. Oh my God. Okay, so we went totally off topic, but there's been a lot that's been going on. Let's get into this article. Okay, like I said, this particular man, who also is incarcerated, by the way, he is suing for $400 million. He's also trying to throw JLO into this whole battle as well. All right. And I think it's interesting. He's trying to bring her in as an actual witness to this whole thing. So Diddy's team is trying to put sanctions on this. Okay. Because this man, Derek Lee Cardello Smith, is claiming some wild stuff here. Okay. Crazy stuff. If SNL ends up roasting her, and they do a skit about that, they need to call me. Okay. They need to call me. The whole skit would just be called Powdered Donuts. Moving on. Powdered Donuts. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Because you can't say the actual, you can't say that word, right? Because it's television and all that. But the whole thing could be them just eating a lot of powdered donuts. And they're so hopped up on powdered donuts. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? And then they come up with the idea. But moving on, Diddy asked a federal judge to award him sanctions against the male prisoners suing him over an alleged SA that the mogul claims has never happened. Okay. So according to the court documents obtained by In Touch, Diddy and his legal team demanded the court to stop Derek Lee Cardello Smith, his lawsuit, from moving forward. Diddy's lawyers pointed out that Derek is currently, quote unquote, serving a decades-long sentence and accused him of, quote unquote, attempting to leverage the federal judiciary as a tool for harassment and extortion. They point out Derek has filed several substantially identical lawsuits against Diddy, in each case demanding enormous sums of money based on wholesale fabrications. Diddy's lawyer also says his frequent filings clearly indicate he has no intention of stopping his meritless attacks. As a result of Derek's harassment, Diddy has incurred significant legal fees and costs. Derek's barrage of meritless, fraudulent filings must come to an end. Diddy asked that the court ordered Derek to stop bringing, without prior court permission, any new filings. So this guy's just like pumping these things out, right? Further, and he's got nothing but time on his hands because, I forgot to tell you, the man is currently locked up. He's currently incarcerated for terrible, terrible things as well. So it does make you wonder how much of what he's saying is the truth and how much of this is just for a money grab as well. Further, the entertainer asked that Derek be ordered to pay his legal fees in the case. Diddy's lawyers claimed this is not Derek's first attempt at a shakedown. And unless this court intervenes, it will not be his last. Derek has a lengthy history of filing frivolous lawsuits in this district and beyond. The overwhelming majority, if not all, of Derek's cases have been dismissed as meritless. Still, he has continued filing, so he doesn't stop. Numerous judges have admonished Derek to stop litigating vexiously, Diddy's lawyer had pointed out. And of course, as they previously reported, he sued Diddy for over an alleged attack in 1997. Derek said he met with the musician while working as a bartender. He claimed Diddy invited him to a spicy party at a hotel. In his lawsuit, Derek claims Diddy offered him a drink at the party and told him he, quote unquote, added a little something to it for him. Derek said he fell asleep and woke up to Diddy having relations with a woman in front of him. Derek claimed Diddy looked at him and told him, "I did this to you too." Crazy. In his suit, Derek accused government officials of working with Diddy to cover up the alleged crimes. Diddy's lawyers have scoffed at the allegations for months. So, they scoffed. They scoffed. That's what that sounds like. But anyway, Diddy's attorney argued, incredibly, in 2 different complaints filed in 2 different courts. Derek alleges that this purported attack occurred in 2 different counties on the same day. In addition, Diddy's team said the claims were brought way past the statute of limitations. Diddy's lawyers previously said about the lawsuit, this man is a convicted felon and an S-peer, an apprenticeship, who has been sentenced to on 14 counts of SA and the taking of people over the last 26 years. His resume now includes committing a fraud on the court from prison, as Combs has never heard of him, let alone been served with any lawsuit. So, as of course this article or another article previously reported, earlier this month, Derek filed documents claiming he planned to call Diddy's ex, Jennifer Lopez, as a witness in the case. He said he believed she had relevant information since she dated Diddy from 1999 to 2001. Diddy has remained behind bars, which we already know about all the stuff that he's looking at, of course, and he's pled not guilty to all of those charges. But again, she is being brought in as a witness to this particular case. But and the only listen, couple things I'd push back on, which we already just talked about just a second ago in this article. But you mean to tell me that I'm going to bring her in as a witness, but she's not mentioned in the lawsuit? So if she's coming in as a witness to what? To do what? He never met her. It doesn't say that he was at the, bartending at this bar and then he got invited by Diddy and JLO to this event. He doesn't say, when I drank this drink, I passed out, I woke up, and when I woke up, he was having relations with JLO. He doesn't say that either. So why would you sit there and say, I need her to come in as a witness if she's not even mentioned in the lawsuit? You see what I'm saying? If she's not even a part of it, she just has relevant information because they used to be together for 2-3 years? That doesn't make any sense. Also, let me also say this too. Why are you calling her now? Hold on, time out. Because some of y'all be like, how dare you? No, hear me out. He's now bringing her out now. He had a lawsuit for $100 million before. Was she a witness back then? in that particular lawsuit? Come on now. Think about it for a second. Was she brought in as a witness back then? Because we would have been talked about that. But she wasn't a witness. So now she's being a witness? And if she wasn't at the scene before, during, or even remotely after the crime, why would you need JLO in the conversation? I'm just asking for a friend. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, am I saying that his story is not true? No, I'm not saying that at all. But of course, there's certain things that even the defense is pointing out and saying, wait a second. He's saying that two different things happened at the same time in two different areas. Yeah, that's a big problem. Hold on, I'm bringing that up again because it's insane. That seems suspicious to me. Okay, take a look at this right here. And I'm side-eyeing. Let me just say this too. I'm also side-eyeing Diddy's team. Okay, because I also feel like they're doing some slimy things as well to get their man out of prison. Let's just be real. But moving on, though, you can't fake the funk if this is actually reported or put into documents. What he says here, if this is true, then this is weird and suspicious as hell. Diddy's attorney argued incredibly in two different complaints filed in two different courts. He alleges Derek, the guy who's also incarcerated right now, he alleges that this purported attack occurred in two different counties on the same day. How's that possible? How's that possible? That's weird. Don't you think? Now, like I said before, we're going to see our fair share of people that are going to say things that aren't true. All for a money grab, all for an opportunity. Again, this is also somebody, and again, just because he's a criminal does not automatically mean that he's not a victim as well. But the money that he's going after Diddy for, the allegations, the track record of the actual allegations and the lawsuits, all these things tend to kind of throw up a little bit of a red flag. Let me show you this piece here again. Diddy's lawyer previously said about the lawsuit. This is a man convicted. This man is a convicted felon and an SPer who has been sentenced on 14 counts of SA himself. Let me show you that again. 14 counts of SA himself and taking. Can't use the word, but the kidnapping over the last 26 years. I'm just saying that's a bit odd. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that a victim can't be an assailant or, and an assailant can't be a victim as well. I'm not sitting there saying that. But that's interesting, though. He has been sentenced on 14 counts of SA and the taking of somebody, holding somebody against their will over the last 26 years. It's a little bit odd, don't you think? That's a little bit odd. So again, you have somebody, again, I'm not sitting here saying that, a convicted felon or literally a convict right now who is incarcerated right now. I'm not going to sit there and say they cannot be victims. They most definitely can be victims. But again, something here just doesn't math right for me. Something's a little bit odd with this one. And again, the money that he's trying to go after seems a bit odd as well. Okay. Sorry. Something is in my eye, but it just seems a little bit odd for me. Okay. Seems a little bit odd. And now he wants to bring in JLO. Hey, JLO, come on in. You have information on your, you have information on him from the time that you were with him. Okay. Why aren't you bringing it in like Young Miami or something like that? Why aren't you bringing in anybody else that's been in a relationship with him aside from JLO? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, it really just doesn't make any sense. Also, let me also point this out as well. This is kind of important as well. Again, it doesn't make any sense because also the timeline ain't timelining. Hear me out. On reasons why they need to bring in JLO. Let's just talk about it. You see right there, that sentence right there. As In Touch previously reported, Derek sued Diddy over an alleged attack that happened in 1997. Hold on. So you're going to bring in JLO because she has pertinent information that happened while she was dating him from 1999 to 2001. What does that have anything to do with her? She doesn't have anything to do with what happened in that crime. If that crime or those allegations even happened. 1997, they weren't even together. Come on. So why would you need to bring her in if the crime had already happened in 1997? Why? Why are you bringing her in then? She wasn't anywhere near the situation. Probably didn't even, maybe have met him a couple times in the past, but nothing of the sort romantically happening until 1999. So again, 1997 is when the attack actually happened. This crime actually happened, and JLO was not even a glint in Diddy's eye until 1999. Why do you need to bring her in as a witness? That's not a witness. That's not a witness. Now, here's the thing. Lala, you got a point. I don't. Like I said, that maybe they met in the past, and then and then finally they became a thing in 1998 or something like that, and then it was official in 1999. That's possible. That's possible. That's true too. Maybe they were bumping uglies for 2 years before they made it official in 1999. That's still possible too. Okay, that's possible as well. But he was dating many other people during that time as well. I'm sure of it. This is just one of the only high-profile relationships that he has had around that time. So I don't know. It's definitely something to talk about. Okay? But it is a bit interesting that he's like, I need her to come in. Then I would just say, hey, then invite or bring in every girlfriend that he's ever dated then. Because they all could possibly confess to him too at any given time. Just seems a bit odd. That's all. Now, yes, there might be information he knows or she knows about him that may have nothing to do with this crime that Derek is saying. That this crime that he's accusing Diddy of doing in 1997. She probably has a treasure trove of information for sure. Yeah. A witness to his case, though, on a crime that happened 2 years before they were, I guess, publicly official, it might be a bit of a stretch. It just might. But then again, it may not. I just find that to be interesting. That's all. Just look into the math, because the math, to me, just ain't mathin'. Now, here's the other thing. There is a new lawsuit. Another one. Yeah, another one. And this time, something new. This is also another former male employee. Yes. Let's take a look at this. Former male employee now is talking about saying, hey, I was the one helping put together these parties. I saw all kinds of crazy stuff. I saw everything when it comes to putting together these wild parties, these white parties, etc. So now we got another lawsuit Oh, and by the way, this particular person is not hiding. He is not hiding behind a John Doe pseudonym. He's coming out with his full name, which is wild as well. Let's take a look at this. Sean Diddy Combs has been sued by a former male employee claiming that Combs pressured him into performing acts with a woman and instructed him to cater what Combs referred to as wild king nights, where the mogul engaged in evenings of spicy activities and consuming substances. Attorneys for Philip Pines, that's his name, filed the lawsuit against Combs today, or when this came out, because this came out, where's the date? 3 days ago, okay? Like I said, Christmas be Christmasing, you know what I mean? But when they filed that 3 days ago in Los Angeles, detailing grueling work, the grueling work schedule and demands he faced during his employment from December 2019 through December 2021. Among his claims, Pines alleges that Combs knowingly exposed and subsequently gave a celebrity guest the vid at his 51st birthday party and instructed him to clean the rooms after the Wild King nights were finished. Combs' representatives shared in a statement to Variety, no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never SA'd or ST'd anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. They've been changing it up a little bit, as you see, but it's still rubber stamp response. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth. And Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. Pines, who was initially hired by Combs in 2019 to provide services including getting his food, laying out his clothing, and quote unquote being available for Mr. Combs at his beck and call. He says, so basically a step and fetch it. He says, another one, by the way, another step and fetch it. Moving on, though, he says that he was given the title of senior executive assistant, though he was misclassified as an exempt employee. Throughout his employment, Pine served as Combs' personal lackey and was asked on multiple occasions to set up rooms for Wild King nights, providing red lights, ice buckets, alcohol, the Mary Jane, honey packs for male libido, honey packs, baby oil, Easter glad, towels, towels, illegal substances, and power banger S machines. What? Say that again. Power banger S machines. What the hell is that? I mean, I'm assuming it's just like electronics, like, you know what I mean? Like electronics of some sort, like something you got to plug into a wall. You know what I'm saying? Is that what he's talking about? I'm just curious. Like at some point, I'd be like, I am so tired of the hibbity dibbity. Like if like at some point you got to hit a wall. Okay, at some point you got to hit a wall. Like the amount of hibbity dibbity this man was doing. At some point, you got to be hibbity dibbity out. Like I'm done. I'm quitting the hibbity dibbity for 2 years. I'm going cold turkey. We done. I can't do this no more. I'm done. Okay? Like the amount of hibbity dibbity that Diddy has done in his mother-loving life. Oh my God. At some point, you just think like, it just gets you sick to your stomach. I am so tired of the hibbity dibbity. I'm done. I can't do this hibbity dibbity no more. So much your hips are getting arthritis. Okay? Dear Lord, from all the humping, don't you get tired of it at some point? Okay, let's move on. But he had machines that plugged into walls. Ringer, 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 ringer. Okay. Okay. But this is a new phrase for me. The Wild King Nights. That's a new one for me. Hibbity dibbity diddy parties. I gotta pull that up. Glenda, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, whoa. That's the best. Oh my God. The hibbity dibbity diddy parties. Yes. Yes. I gotta write that one down. Thank you so much. The hibbity dibbity diddy parties. All right. So here it is. Let's focus here. All right. But here it is though. All right. This is a new phrase because we've only heard white parties, black parties, and freak-offs. So now we got Wild King Nights. So during the Wild King Nights, Combs would engage in a night of activity, all right? The hibbity-dibbity, substances, and alcohol with female guests or other guests, and would occur either without notice or would be planned. So out of nowhere, you just walk in and go, oh, whoa, everybody doing the hibbity dibbity. Oh my Lord, that just, oh my Lord. Everything smelling like halitosis and booty holes. Let us get into anybody got incense? Cause somebody light a match. Cause it's just like right up in the nostrils. And now it's just set in right here in the nose forever. Ain't nobody got a mint. No one got a mint in the room. Somebody needs to floss their teeth, okay? Floss your damn teeth. Damn. So this would happen out of nowhere, okay? This would happen out of nowhere. How does that happen? It's like a bat signal. God, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. How do you walk? How do you let people? Is it like a bat signal? You just put it up, but you know what I mean? Wild King Nights. You know what I mean? How is this so impromptu? But you have a group of people in there just doing the thing. How would they? And you just walk. Oh snap! Diddy, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me about. You need a wet nap. I mean, what do you do? Okay, let's move on. A bat signal? The hibbity dibbity diddy parties. Okay, so let's move on. Oh my God. Oh, why? Okay. But impromptu, okay? Very impromptu, or they would be planned out. So you either knew about it, you just walk into just hedonism. So at the end of the Wild Night or the Wild King Nights, Pines was responsible for cleaning hotel rooms or rooms where the events took place and removing evidence of any types of substances, removing bodily stains like blood and like red and yellow. I'm just going to say it like that, from furniture and sheets, and packing away used items that were used. Okay. So he was told to ensure no one spoke about the Wild King Nights, leaving hotel cleaning crews large tips to avoid house cleaning from reporting anything that might be billed in the future. He also was told to watch any incriminating videos from Diddy's personal devices and delete them or he would be fired. Yo! Bruh! So he was watching. He's like, I got to relive. Oh, and he did the thing with the cake. Oh, with the cake. Oh, damn. I got to, you really, I got to watch this whole thing again. Oh, damn. I got to relive this ish? I don't need, damn. Yeah, we can delete that one. Yeah, delete. Yeah. So he's going through devices and deleting them. And if anything got like, if any of them, I don't know what's the word? If he didn't delete one, he would get fired for not deleting that thing. So then why film it in the first doggone place? You know what I'm saying? Why delete? Why? Film it and then delete it immediately after. So he can sit there and go, oh, yeah. Those were the last 15 minutes. That was great. Okay, you can delete this. Like, what are you talking about? So he would just film it and then delete it and then have his assistant go and delete it. Why? I don't get that. I don't get it. Pines also alleges that Combs would test his loyalty, once asking him to come back to his home after a long day at work just to fetch his remote. He details another incident where Combs was with two female guests and began rubbing his shoulders, pushing him to have relations with a female guest. He asked the guest if it was all right, hoping she would say no, but she consented, and after engaging in this hibbity-dibbity for a few moments, he stopped and he left the room upset. So he went to go, he would call him up and go, yeah, I need you to come over here, man. I need you to do me a favor. He drives all the way out there, and you know LA traffic, B. He drives all the way over there, and he goes, okay, yeah, Diddy, sup, man? What you need? Yeah, I need you to get that. Can you hand me that remote? Oh, yeah, I got you. Say less. Boom. What else you need? No, that's it. Say what? So I drove in LA traffic to come over here to give you a remote? You're sitting right in front of it. Kind of makes me think of I needed to go out there. All right. I need y'all to go across the Brooklyn Bridge and get a cheesecake. No, you ain't driving. You guys gonna walk and get it. All right. That's insane. But moving on, elsewhere, Pine said that he witnessed Combs attacking with his feet a guest in Miami. And when Combs' former chief of staff, KK, Christina Coram, asked what had happened, she told him never to speak of the incident again at the risk of facing repercussions. Beyond that, he stays Combs through a 51st birthday party despite testing positive with that Rona. When one celebrity guest became infected with that Rona and called to inform them, Pines was told to stay quiet. Yikes. KK did not respond to Variety's requests for comment. Attorneys for Pines deferred a request for further comment to the allegations outlined in the complaint. This marks the latest lawsuit in the ongoing legal troubles for Diddy, who is currently locked up right now. Again, he, you got this step and fetch it type of assistant, a glorified assistant, basically. Okay, running around, doing anything that he wants, made to have relations with a woman that he didn't want to have relations with at all, stopped mid-coital and got up and ran away, which is crazy. Okay. Then on top of it, this guy has seen things. He's seen things other than just these wild parties. But this is also a former employee that worked with the diddler. Or worked for, not worked with, but worked for him. But what's interesting is, again, a brand new phrase. Not only did he have black parties, not only did he have white parties, but he also had wild king nights that would just be whatever he wanted it to be. There'd be men or women, and then a lot of toys. Then he also says that he would pay off housekeeping from these hotels for these rooms that they would stay at, because for a fact those places were probably destroyed, absolutely destroyed after whatever Diddy and his people did. Because you got to remember, this is not like them just going and just bumping uglies, gently just making love on the couch or in the bedroom. No, these guys are probably drinking, going crazy, losing their minds, doing all types. You got to remember, it's not just the Mary Jane. It's not just the alcohol. Imagine what else they're taking that's making them go absolutely berserk. Lost in the throes of F and effery and whatever substance that's coursing through their veins at that time. This makes me think of the scene from Get 'Em to the Greek, when they take that Jeffrey. Yeah, the Jeffrey. You're taking the Jeffrey, right? And you got Jonah Hill rubbing the fur wall, and then Diddy's losing his mind on the stuff. People are getting lit on fire and everything. If you've seen Get 'Em to the Greek, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, and then he starts chasing after the Russell Brand and Jonah Hill down the hallway because he's all hopped up on something. So think about that. But a room filled with people just going crazy. And they're all equally going crazy together. Oh, good God. That's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But this is a second employee stepping forward and filing a lawsuit. One thing I don't know, though, I'm wondering what lawyer is representing this Philip Pines. That's what I'd like to know as well. Who is representing this Philip Pines? Because for a fact, if it was Tony Busby, his name would be all up in this, but his name's not in this one. So I wonder if this is a completely separate, a new lawyer stepping forward, or if this is something, or if it's like Ariel Mitchell Kidd or anything of that sort. But I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't heard anything about this, so I'm kind of curious about what law firm is representing this particular former employee. Another male employee is stepping forward, completely different from the John Doe that filed with the other two men that we just talked about like a week ago. So this is very interesting nonetheless. Let me get some of these chats. Tyler, thank you so much for being a member for the past 22 months, almost 2 years, man. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, Pascal, and everyone. Yes, Merry Christmas to every single one of y'all. Seriously, I enjoyed the holiday special. Everybody's saying their faces off. Sorry, yourself included. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tyler. That means the world to me. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, you're still in the holiday time. You're still, I'm sure, in need of some holiday cheer. Please go and check it out. It's the most recent live that we did. Okay, I did a holiday special, and I played a little bit, I sang a little bit, and then I had a bunch of other really great friends come on, very talented people come on and perform as well. And it's everything from R&B, pop to country, even. So go check it out. I had a really good time putting it all together. Real talk. I had a really good time putting it all together. And more is to come. More coming. Gaynor, thank you so much for being a member for 23 months. Woo! Love the Christmas special, Pascal. And I love that voice of yours. Even been playing last year's song. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, Pascal. Same to you. Thank you so very, very much. Happy holidays to you too. Sandra, thank you so much for the super sticker. That really means a lot. Thank you so very much. Okay. But yeah, guys. Oh, Deanne, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Good question, beautiful disaster. I want to know the psychology of Diddy to understand how and why it's all so crazy. I agree 110%. What the hell? Because you got to remember, this is a lot of spicy activity. All jokes aside, because I know we can sit here and say hibbity dibbity all day long, and it's hilarious. But on some real stuff, this is a lot of activity, if you get what I'm saying. This is a lot of activity. Now, I get it. If you are a media mogul, if you're at the status of Diddy, yeah, you're going to have plenty of partners in your lifetime. But you got to remember, he's almost quadrupling, if not more, his partners and the encounters that he's having. If these allegations against him are 100%, you got to remember, this is a lot of shucking and jiving. It's a lot. This is not a thing of like hanging out and, you know what I mean, having relationships into your late 50s and, being a serial monogamist or something crazy like that. And over time, you just have people in your life that you've had serious relationships with, but you've never, you never got locked down with one partner, right? That's not the case here. We're talking about multiple people at a time. And it's not like he's doing this once every year. He's doing this a lot every week. A lot every, let's just be nice for a second. A lot every month. Let's just scale it back. A lot every month. That's insane. Okay. So again, you look at these, now you got a new phrase, wild king nights. This is not white party. This is not black party. This is not freak offs. Now you got wild king nights. So he has a different phrase for every single one. This man is a prolific shuck and jiver. Okay. And yeah, Penny. And they were lasting for days. And imagine if one person or a couple people are getting tired, new people come in. So you're out there just banging. You're just going in for days. Getting food, hanging out, but then you go off and you keep banging. Like that's insane. Eat some pizza and then go over there and start banging. Need a toilet break? Go use that toilet. Come back, start banging again. That's insane, y'all. So imagine, like I said before, this is more than Wilt Chamberlain type numbers. Way more than that. I don't know how. Don't get me wrong. We all are beings, okay? We all enjoy the act. It's a fun, wonderful thing. We all can agree with that. But at some point, you're going to hit a wall. Like this kind of appetite, this appetite that he has, this is a dangerously insatiable appetite that any person would have to tap out and be like, I'm done. I need like 7 years. Do not talk to me in 7 years. I can't. Nope. I'm good. No more. I'm swearing off the hibbity dibbity. I'm good. I'm officially done. But it does make you wonder, how did his mind go from, whatever it was before to what it is now? How does that become a thing? Now, I will say this too. I feel like it's any other addiction. At first you try it, you're experimenting with it, so on and so forth. Then one day you kick it up a notch. And then that's the new level. But then you're still partaking in it at that new level. At some point, you kick it up another notch. And it keeps going on and on and on and on and on to the point where the addiction is so palpable and takes over your everyday that you're having different types of parties. You got freak offs on one day, you got wild king nights on another, you got a white party that comes out that goes on a couple times a year, you got the black party whenever you see fit. I mean, at some point, you're just, for lack of a better term, you're just going through the motions at some point. You're just phoning it in. But then at some point, starts getting even more boring. Like, no, it's great. You got all these people together. You know what I mean? They're all coming together. And you appreciate it. But now it's like, nah, I need to kick it up a notch. We need just push the envelope a little bit. Let's get some other people in here. And I want to watch them do this stuff. I want to make them do this stuff. And then it just keeps growing into something that's just diabolical. So it's not like he woke up one day and said, yeah, let me just be an evildoer. No, I think this is something that grew over time and maybe grew quickly over time. And now he's where he's at because he doesn't know how to control himself. This is fully an addiction, in my personal opinion. And then, of course, when you're doing all this stuff, I'm sure there's a lot of blurred lines. And I don't mean Robin Thicke. Which, by the way, that song now, just the hook itself, it doesn't work nowadays, unfortunately. Think about it. You know the hook. Blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. She's a good girl. You know what I mean? That song. Yeah, that song. Yeah. That song. No, not anymore. Not anymore. So yeah, again, pretty crazy stuff. The dopest nerd just said something. Wild King Night. Puff equals pig night. Ah. Hefner, same thing. Adjoining houses with secret tunnels. Yeah, I mean, the thing with that, Wild King Nights could very well be that. Yeah, it could be. It could be his own version of Pig Night. And I recommend you guys go and check out on my second channel, the Pascal Show clips. We watched the whole video of Ali Carter talking about Pig Night. And Pig Night is real. That's not a lie. It's not some made up thing. In fact, there's I don't know what channel it was on, but there was a whole documentary where one of Hugh Hefner's former girlfriends and one of his drivers, which basically is like his butler in a way, talk about these pig nights that he would pick up random women, most of them S workers, off the streets, and they would bring them into this party or this dinner. And these very elite individuals, friends of Hugh Hefner, would go to this dinner, and they would go and they'd be paired up with these women. And then they would just have dinner. And then after the dinner, things would go down. But what's interesting about it is Hugh Hefner would sit there and just watch everything. He would just sit there at the head of the table and just watch them do their thing, talking, etc. And each girl was categorized by the by the level of their beauty, for lack of a better term. So if, on the scale of 1 to 10, if she was a 6, she's a 6. She'll be treated as such. If she's a 9 or a 10, she'd be treated as such. Each particular woman that was an S worker that was at these parties would be treated by the number, by the level of their beauty, which is absolutely disgusting, by the way. And then, of course, apparently there would be activities that they would have to do because of the number that they were given by the level of their beauty. So again, I'm sure the level of depravity that they would have to go through would be because of them being a 6 or a 7 or something of that sort. It's very disturbing, but I highly recommend you go and check that out. That video's got over 500,000 views already. That's insane, but it's on the secondary channel. Definitely go check that out. But Hugh Hefner was doing that thing. So Wild King Nights could very well be that too. Another part of me thought Wild King Nights was going to be mostly with men, like King Nights, Wild King Nights. That's in my mind. I keep thinking that maybe that has to do with other men. Like it was just a night of, those nights are specifically strictly dickly. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know. But that is very interesting stuff. And again, that he said, or according to this Philip Pines, he says that this was impromptu or this was planned. So like I said, he could walk into a hotel and be like, oh, damn, y'all are getting, oh, wow. Is this a Wild King night already? You didn't, okay. Well, I guess it's a Wild King night. All right. Well, I'm going to have a lot to clean up tomorrow. Damn. You know what I mean? So it may have been the same thing. Picking up random girls, random S workers, possibly men too, because he said other guests, which obviously, what is it going? Cats? No, he's talking about men. And they come in here, and I'm sure there was some type of procedure. But then there were machines in the room too. Machines. And then he would have to go clean up all that stuff. After it's all done, every bodily fluid you can think of, everywhere. Him, and I'm assuming maybe another person, would have to help cleaning up the room. And then pay off house cleaning if it was stuff that he couldn't clean up. And for damages. Again, imagine what kind of stuff they're hopped up on. I'm just saying. Imagine the stuff that they're hopped up on. All the guests. I'm king of the... And they're just breaking things, breaking chairs, breaking tables. They could be breaking tables as they're on top of it, doing their thing. I mean, there's so many different things you can think of, right? All because they're hopped up on some sort of substance. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. But that's what's being alleged in this particular lawsuit. I hope I get, I hope I can get the legal document so we can look at it in its entirety. Because you know how it is. The legal documents say a lot more. It's a lot more detailed. There's a lot more information in those legal documents that sometimes the articles don't, do the documents justice. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's almost as if they just copy and paste the doggone thing into the article. But I am kind of interested to see if there's anything more in this particular document as well. But of course, when it comes out or when I get my hands on it, I will share that with y'all, and we will talk about it, of course, as a family, because this train don't stop, and the information don't stop at all. Okay, but insane stuff, guys. Absolutely insane stuff. But that is the show, guys. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It means a lot. Thank you. Okay? Appreciate y'all. If you get a chance, I know it's like Christmas was yesterday, but I know the holiday spirit is still pumping through all y'all right now. Go check out my last 2 videos that I've just posted on the videos on the main channel. It's just, me singing 2 Christmas songs, or you could go and just rewatch the Christmas special. We had a really great time. Like I said, you know what I mean? If you want to see me playing a little bit of guitar and singing a song, go check it out. They're also by themselves. I posted those over the past couple days. Go check them out if you can. That'd be greatly appreciated. Those songs are available on all streaming sites now. So not Instagram, I'm sorry. iTunes, Spotify, all of them. Go check it out. That'll be amazing, okay? But it is time to get going, guys. I appreciate the conversation. Do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button. Hit that follow button, please, and thank you. Hit that subscribe button, too. All right? That'd be dope. Please and thank you. Of course, let's not forget, subscribe here. Go to the secondary channel. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. Go over there, subscribe if you can. That'll be amazing. All right? We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. Took a couple days off, but we're jumping right back on the saddle, and we're gonna ride this mother lover until we get to the sunset. All right? But check out pascalmerch.com. Don't forget to do that. Please and thank you. And we're going to talk here very, very soon, all right? Y'all stay blessed. Mimi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right? But we'll be back on with another show very, very soon, okay, guys? But I'll talk to you guys. Have a great one. Stay blessed. If you guys have the day off, like I know some of y'all do, I know some of us had to go right back into work. Enjoy the day off. All right? Spend it with somebody you love. And I hope you got everything you needed this Christmas and this holiday. And of course, it'd be nice if you got something that you wanted. But most importantly, I hope you got what you needed. And that's the biggest thing that we need right now more than ever. Anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.